chances that I missed. Some I held, some slipped away. One street over where my memories exist. I wondered what would change. I really couldn't say. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing. I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I had today. Time's gone by, I've traded black dirt into clay. I thought my memories would end. One street over's now 1,000 miles away. When I close my eyes, I'm back to where I've been. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing. I just forget the lessons that I couldn't.
Hello. Let's interrupt the guys and get on into it. This is 1100 WSGI. I'm Utah LaVern. This is one street over. You know what we're doing right here. One street over. What's going on? Down the road, a street over from where you live in. That's our goal, is to find out what's going on. And a few streets over from where we live right here in Springfield is a little town called White House. And I had several of you reach out to me and say, we need to hear about White House, about the community. So the first Tuesday of the month, this is first Tuesday. Yes, I had to think for a second. Tomorrow's my anniversary, by the way.
Happy
November
anniversary.
5th. And my youngest grandson's second birthday.
Oh, how special.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
But 37 years my husband and I have been married. Yeah. Isn't that
Saying
cool?
something.
Just all of a sudden in my head, I was doing the math and I was like, oh, and I need to mention my anniversary's tomorrow. But anyway, so the second Tuesday of the month, we visit intentionally with the White House community. Mandy has agreed to come in because you get to come into town. Because people don't realize. I had a friend of mine. She goes, I'm moving up to White House with y'all. We can hang out together. I'm like, you're no closer to me than you were in Madison.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, I never thought about that. I'm like, if you want to hang out, you got to come to Springfield because it's a haul. So when
Right.
you get in and come in here in the morning,
Yeah.
it takes a minute for you to get
It
here.
does. It takes about 30 minutes because, you have to account for all the possibilities that Robertson County has, which, are school buses, which we didn't have that today, but tractors and farmers and trucks. And so it's just good to be prepared. But I will tell you, your friend is going to have a much more beautiful drive coming to visit you from White House to Springfield versus Madison. So there is that.
There is that. It is a beautiful drive. But, too, and we've got light now. It's not dark out there as
Yes.
you're driving in at 6 o'clock. We were out, my husband and I walk early in the morning, and we got to watch the sunrise this morning. It was absolutely gorgeous. And, but we wanted to be intentional about having you guys in. And so we typically talk to city manager Jerry, right?
Yes. Yep.
And we via phone. But then you surprised me and said, our mayor's coming.
Yes, yeah.
Corbitt's coming.
Had a special guest join us, yeah.
And I feel like I've met him from time
You
to time.
have. You actually moderated a candidate forum that we had when he was running for office. He was an alderman at the time, and he was running for mayor, and you helped us out and stepped in and moderated that forum for us. So that probably was the first time that you met him.
Probably so, because when you said the name, I was like, oh, yeah. And so he's headed in, and he's going to be visiting with us. He's on his way in, so he's going to pop in here just a little bit, and we'll talk with him. But we also just want to remind you that if you have any questions for Mandy, she is the president of the White House Chamber of Commerce and the bridge builder to the businesses. We talk about United Way being the bridge builder to the nonprofits. You guys are the bridge builder to the businesses. And White House is so vital to Robertson County, even though you are split between Robertson and Sumner.
Right.
We know Robertson's your favorite. We're the favorite child. But we just we need to know what's going on. And I've had several business people, not just listeners, but I
Sure.
mean people who are interested in the business side of things go, LaVern, I really need you to start having the White House folks in so we know what's going on and we know what happens at their mayor and alderman meeting
Yes.
and
Yeah.
those kinds of things. So that's why we're doing this. And so tickled to have John in here this morning.
Yeah. He'll be a
And
nice addition.
So yeah, for sure. And we'll get, Jerry back on next week or next month and via phone. And maybe one of these days we'll get him to pop in
That's
here
right.
live.
We'll bring
have
him
to-
over
we'll have
here
to
too.
We'll
Yeah.
have to go next month. We'll have John came in, Mayor,
Right,
Mayor
yes,
Corbitt came
yeah.
in. So
A little
we'll
bit
get-
of competition, right?
Yeah, there you go. We'll pit them against each other. So the way this is set up in White House, is it kind of like it is here in Springfield? We have our city manager,
Yes.
Ryan Martin, but then we also have our city mayor, Bezzy Poole.
Yes,
So
it's
it's
the
kind of the
exact
same
same
structure?
situation. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yeah, so it's a city
Okay.
administrator-led government. So,
Okay.
the essentially the city administrator is the CEO of the city, and the mayor and the aldermen are the advisory board and the board
Gotcha.
of directors, so to speak.
Gotcha.
Speaking
Okay.
from a nonprofit,
Okay.
side of the thing. So.
Okay. Well, it is so interesting because until I had, until Ryan and them started coming in, Ryan Martin, our city manager, I didn't really understand it
Sure.
and how it was structured.
Right.
I was like, we got a city manager, and then we also have our, elected mayor, and that may be him. Hello, John. Come on in. There you go. Is that him?
And that is
you
him.
go.
Yes.
Come on in. Come on in. Come on.
Somebody over there, is there another show?
That is WDBL, and that is our Spanish side of our radio station. We have the Spanish side is WDBL. This is the English side, WSGI. This is a worldwide Christian broadcast company. So welcome to it.
Thank you.
Oh, you got to get up on that microphone. You know how these things work.
I don't actually. This is my first time on the radio.
Oh,
so.
you're kidding me.
I'm not kidding.
Oh, we got a
Yeah.
newbie in here. Oh, my goodness. Well, welcome to it. And I was telling her we met at she was reminding me that we met at the forum.
We did.
I don't know if we've met any time other than that.
No, but I listened to you for years on the radio.
Thank you.
You turn LaVern, so
Yeah,
this
for
is
sure.
that was cool. Yeah.
It's so funny. I ran for Congress on that moniker, and I
that.
have one of my signs at school.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I'm a school teacher now full time, and so I have my sign sitting there, and the kids they're just like, they don't even know what U-turn is. Their parents do.
Right.
They're like,
yes.
yeah, my mom says you did, and all that, but they just we have fun with it.
We need to
now,
find
but-
some YouTube clips of you delivering the traffic reports.
There's
and,
a few
and
out
share,
there.
share that with them. They would love that.
There's one of the tornado that came through Nashville that
Okay.
somebody shared with me, and there's not a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
because that's before we,
Right. Yeah.
before we recorded everything,
Everything.
Right.
So, but anyway, welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Glad to have you. And she was telling me your day job is with Kroger,
Yes, ma'am.
not
Yeah.
Kroger's.
No S on it, please.
Kroger. We used to do commercials for y'all.
Okay.
And so they were traffic sponsors. I had a time. There was a stint I did a bunch of stuff for Kroger, and I got set very straight on the very front end. Kroger,
Yes.
not Kroger's
Yeah.
U-turn.
Yep.
And so I got that clarified very, very early on. But what a great company!
Yeah.
What
yeah.
a great company! Love Kroger.
Yeah. Worked for him for a lot of years, and
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
Well, very good. And she says you're on the real estate side of it.
Yeah, I handle all the real estate development for Kroger in Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, part of Kentucky, and Arkansas.
That's cool.
So yeah,
Very
we've actually got a new store opening tomorrow in Clarksville. So
Oh, really?
Mhm.
I love Kroger. I've had a lot of kiddos. Y'all hire a lot of, being a school teacher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great first job for these
Yep.
kids. And I'm going to just go down a rabbit hole for a second. What is the age that you can hire kids?
well, back when I was in the stores, that was a long time ago. They would hire them at 15, but they were limited hours, and especially during school year. So I don't know if that's still the case.
I
But
don't either. I kind of think it might be.
I think that it is. I think some of the others maybe at 16, but
Right. But anyway, well, that's very cool. So
Yep.
we like your company. That's
Well,
very
good.
neat.
I like them too.
Very neat. So, where do we want to start? We've got things going on with the chamber. So y'all had your mayor and alderman meeting.
We did, and
Right.
yep. And I was telling Mandy the other day we had a very, very short meeting. There was almost nothing on the
Oh,
agenda.
really?
Yeah.
For that month. So there's not a whole lot new to break from that. We had a budget amendment just because the income to the city was a little bit higher than we anticipated, and then we had some court costs that we adjusted, and that was kind of the extent of the
Well,
meeting.
and everybody's waiting on this big census, and of course, it's
Yes.
having to be on hold
Right.
because
Yep,
of the
stop,
government
start,
shutdown.
stop, start. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a really frustrating process
Oh, I know
for
it
us,
has to
you
have
know.
been. It has to have been.
Yeah.
Because that was supposed to be like, we're just going to take a quick little census.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
And the government shut down.
Yep.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, my word.
Yep.
Best laid plans.
Right, I
Mice and
know,
men.
I
But
know.
anyway.
But the good thing is we're just adding more and more. So you know,
By the time it gets done,
every time we wait, we've added a few more people.
That's
So
a very good
yeah.
point.
Yep.
There's just more people there.
Right.
More moving in.
Yep.
So where do y'all want to start then? So y'all had a really short mayor and alderman meeting. So nothing really new and alarming going on as far as just a lot of houses being built.
A lot of houses being built. We've still got, I think, over 2,000 in the queue that have been approved that haven't started construction yet. So,
Wow.
yeah, well, that
Where
was
are they going?
most of it's west of 65.
Okay.
Yeah, most of them are in Robertson County.
Yep.
So
Okay.
yeah, between here and White House. So
That's the
yeah,
Robertson
what-
County school system
that's
going.
right. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of been one of the goals of this
Yeah.
particular board is to kind of pump the brakes a little bit and let's get through some of that inventory before we start looking at adding any more.
Right. And two, that's one of the reasons why they're looking at the school development in that area.
Yes.
Is because you
Correct.
bring that many new houses, that many rooftops,
Yeah.
you're going to have to do something with the schools. That's also the
Absolutely.
reason why some of the redistricting happened, because we got to start moving kids around. So we got more kids in at Greenbrier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some of them came that way
Mm-hmm.
because you got so many, so many there.
Unfortunately, they've got property there at Heritage, you know, so they were forward thinking when they built that high school and they've got extra property. So expanding or adding another school is not going to be as difficult because they've already got that one piece of the puzzle in place.
So, and do y'all happen to know how many kids that they're going to accommodate there? What the plan is? I know Dr. Weeks and I have talked about it, but I can't remember the specifics. Do y'all?
I can't
I don't
speak
need
to that either.
Yeah, because it's not, I know that's the plan moving forward, but until it's all written in stone and ground's broken, it's hard to remember
Absolutely.
exactly what's going
Yes.
on.
And it's very fluid too. You know, it's changing all the time.
Exactly. And so definitely White House is growing. What do y'all have as far as this is that time of year, stuff coming up. I mean, there's so much going on. So what do y'all have planned for fall? And
I'm going to talk to you about a big event that we have coming up this weekend, and that's our Jingle and Mingle around town.
okay.
So that's what we use as the kickoff to the holiday shopping season for our small businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, small businesses are the heart and soul of Robertson County. And so we want to do all the things that we can to keep people supporting those local businesses and keeping those tax dollars here in Robertson County when they're spending. So that's one of the really important goals of the chamber is, you know, if you're going to spend it in the city of White House. And if you're not going to spend it there, then try to stay in one of our counties so that we're benefiting in some way from that and benefiting our residents. But Jingle and Mingle is a holiday shopping experience. We have about 50 vendors that are participating in it. It is this Saturday, November 8th. It starts at 10 a.m. and goes to 4 p.m. We have a passport that people can pick up, and you go around to the businesses and collect your stickers for your passports, and each sticker that you collect is an entry into our prize drawing. And this year we have over 100 door prizes. Plus, we're giving away $500 in local shopping sprees. So it's a fun opportunity. It's mainly ladies that are there. Every once in a while you see a couple of gentlemen carrying some bags, but it is definitely a girls' day out. We have swag bags that we're giving away. All Seasons Grill and White House is sponsoring that. So there will be 200 swag bags filled with coupons and prizes and takeaways for the ladies that want to come out and get that. But then they can also eat breakfast at All Seasons. They're going to open earlier than normal at 9 o'clock on Saturday so that they can power up for all of that shopping and grab their swag bags and hit the town and visit all of our locations. And we have some brick and mortar businesses, but then we also have some of our home-based businesses that will be located at pop-up shops.
Okay.
So they'll be able to go to different locations. Deja Mu is hosting some. We've got some at the Colorado Grill banquet room. And then some of our businesses that have like a large waiting area. Level Wellness is a new aesthetics salon. And they are hosting some businesses there too. So lots of information on that on our website, and the passports are available right now to pick up. You can get those and map out your day and prepare there at Skinrich in White House, also at Simmons Bank and at Honey Run Boutique.
Okay, so to get the swag bags, you have to go to the restaurant.
You have to go to the restaurant.
Okay.
And LaVern, these ladies love those swag bags.
I'm sure.
They are lined up in advance around the building. And so what
Really?
what we have learned is that we need to give people a ticket because we were having some place holding happening, and you do not want to mess with ladies in swag bags. So you have to be present to get your little ticket, and once you get that ticket, that's your bag. So
That's
you can
hysterical.
get your ticket, go inside, eat breakfast, and then come back outside to collect your bag at 10 a.m.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Yes.
That's funny. So they're like, well, I'm holding a place for 5 people. No, you're not.
Yeah.
I love it. You don't mess with the girls.
No,
You don't mess with the girls. That is hysterical. But it
Yes.
sounds like a great day.
It is. It's lots of
Right
fun. It generates usually between $50,000 and $60,000 in revenue for our small
Wow.
businesses in that one day. And so our goal every year is to top what we did previously. So what was 62, 63 is what we're shooting for this year. But it's a great start for the businesses in that holiday season. And a lot of times these small businesses aren't seeing profits until the fourth quarter.
Oh, wow. My goodness. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Oh, people have no idea. We ran a roofing company for 20 years, and people are like, oh, you just have a company and you're this and that. It's like you have no idea.
Right. You're
The
rich and you
stress
do all
yeah,
the
you're
things.
like,
And
oh,
yeah.
you're a business owner. The stress of business. It's like I have a sign that it's actually down now because we're renovating. But the only thing more overrated than the joys of owning your own the only thing more overrated than the joys of owning your own business is natural childbirth. Something like that. Because
That's
we
funny.
opened the business right before I started having kids.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, and I found that. I mean, it hung on our wall really until just recently, even after we closed the business. But people have no idea
No.
these businesses. We need these. Our Deja Vu closed.
Yeah.
I hated that,
yeah.
and it's like, I just getting out and doing that kind of stuff, a little ice cream. That's not really my thing.
Right.
But I went there some just because I wanted to support them.
Sure. Yeah.
And because they poured their heart and soul into it. And when these little businesses pop up, man, you've got to support them or
Yes.
they're not going to stick around. Everybody talks about what can we do to revitalize this area and this area. You can give them you can support them by going through their doors.
Absolutely.
That's what you have to do. And that you're talking about that local tax dollar. We're talking about our schools.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's what pays for our schools, y'all.
Right.
That's all there is to it. And so if we need to build these schools, we got to keep these tax dollars local.
Right.
So.
And it adds to the quality of life in all of our communities. Anytime those tax
Absolutely.
dollars stay locally, it allows our cities to build like our new rec center. It allows paved roads, street work, all of the things that are vital to a community and make a community where you want to be. And so it's really important that maybe if you work in Nashville, don't do your grocery shopping in Nashville. Make sure that you're
From home.
coming back
Yep.
home to do that grocery shopping because those
Sure.
tax dollars really are paying for things. And then, like you mentioned, those small businesses, they're the ones that are employing our kids that are, just starting out and teaching them some really valuable lessons.
Yep.
And then also they're supporting our community too. They're
Good.
investing in football and basketball and cheerleading.
That's who makes the donations.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, this is just, everything that y'all know, but you need to be reminded of it constantly. And as we're talking with John Corbitt is the city mayor for White House. Mandy Christenson she is our president of the chamber up in White House. And again, it's a community that is split, Sumner and Robertson, but we know Robertson's their favorite. And so speaking of favorites, what is your favorite thing going on right now in White House? Do you have like a favorite thing? You're like, oh, that's exciting.
I think some of the things that we're adding, like the ER that's coming,
Oh yeah.
that's huge. I mean, I guess at this point, if something happens, you've got to take an ambulance to Springfield or Hendersonville, and that could be that 20 or 30 minutes that you save could really.
Absolutely.
So that's really one of the big things right now, I think. And then the rec center that Mandy mentioned, that thing it's taken off. I don't know how many people we've got signed up. A few thousand, I know, is what Jerry told us.
Yes,
So
yeah. So
Have
people
they
are using
opened it?
Yes.
It is.
Okay,
open.
when? Because you just opened it, right?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I got to get by there and see that.
It's
It's really neat. It's
phenomenal.
first class.
Yeah.
Where is it located?
It's right next to City Hall.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep.
I got to get by there and see it.
Yeah, it's something to see. It's got walking track. It's got an e-gaming room. So we're hoping at some point that we can have e-gaming tournaments in the community. And so a lot of nice touches that people just can't even begin to imagine. Meeting space and a full-fledged workout center with
pickleball courts.
Yes, yeah.
Which we know is important.
Yes. The mayor gets a lot of phone calls about pickleball courts.
Yeah. The only thing it doesn't have is a pool, but we're working on that for down the road.
That'd be cool. Yeah. That'd be cool. I mean, because I'm a big swimmer. I love the water. Because that was going to be my next question is if y'all had a pool in it. But that's great that you've got some plans to possibly do that. Now, do you have fields out there for soccer and all that, or where do y'all do soccer?
Well, so we have a state-of-the-art soccer complex that has 6 or 7 fields. We just added some really good parking to that, so that's made it even better for people that are coming in from outside of the community. But then we also purchased a couple years ago some property that is a future park space, and so that's what the mayor's talking about with the possibility of some aquatics and things like that. So they're really being forward-thinking and trying to plan ahead and prepare because they're not making any more land. So we have to be really strategic in how we do those things. And so we've got a good leisure services board.
We do in our parks. I mean, historically, White House has been great with parks. And I've got friends that have kids that play softball or t-ball or soccer. And every time they come into White House, they do nothing but brag on our facilities. Really some of the best, I think, in Middle Tennessee.
Yes, and our greenway system is amazing as well.
I think we were one of the first
in Middle Tennessee,
to have a greenway. So.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, so I've got a question here from Amy Williams. Asked John about the burger contest.
Oh, no, don't ask me about that.
I'm like, what's up with the burger contest?
Yeah, so I got invited to All Seasons for a contest on how quick we could eat a burger. And I was competing against 16 and 17-year-old high school football players, so I didn't fare very well. But I had a great time and appreciate them inviting me out there to do that.
That's fun. That's fun. I love it. I love it. But also, you mentioned, too, the ER. I kind of want to double back to that. What is the projected open date for the ER there?
It's got to be 2026.
Yeah, I think they are hoping. I mean, they are doing a lot of dirt work and working on that, and their goal is to be open in 2026. Of course, it's a construction project, and you never know. But I know that TriStar has really put an emphasis on getting this in place as fast as possible.
And where is it located?
Intersection of 31W and Raymond Hirsch.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so we're right in the middle of town.
Yes.
That's great. And it's so needed. I mean, you've got so many. Do what now?
It's in Robertson County.
Throw that out there.
Oh, there you go. Gotta have that. Chrislyn Mercer saying, talking about the All Seasons Grill, giving some shout out to them and saying hello. Chrislyn, y'all know Chrislyn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she is one of our chamber ambassadors.
Okay.
And she is so full of energy and works hard for her community. We love her very much.
So we appreciate all you guys chiming in. If you have any other questions or comments or, snide remarks about the burger contest, then, of course, come on and chime on in. But that was the question. We got us started on this. What are you most excited about? The ER and definitely the sports complex that y'all have opened up, or what do you call it? The
rec center.
Rec center. The rec center that you've opened up. What is the most exciting thing for you?
Well, I mean, it's all really exciting for me.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of businesses open in the
that's
community.
Hard for you because since you're the president of the chamber, it's
right?
Like, sorry about that.
That's okay. No, but I mean, I love all of the things and anything that can add to the quality of life for White House because quality of life is the driver for businesses locating to the community, for residents moving to the community, for keeping residents in the community, and so I mean, it's all a very delicate ecosystem that works together. So you have to have the rec center so that businesses want to move their corporate headquarters to White House and, look at things like that. And they want to see that we have medical care and that we have good shopping centers and grocery stores. The proximity to Nashville for White House is a real bonus for us because you can hop on the interstate and you can be downtown pretty quickly. Maybe not as quickly as you used to could, but yeah. But so that, I mean, when corporations look at White House or look at Middle Tennessee in general, that's what they're looking for. They don't necessarily want to be in the metropolitan area, but they want somewhere that has got a really good quality of life, a community feel, but they have access to all of the things that a metropolitan area offers. And so that's what makes White House really good when we're recruiting businesses or working on, we have a TVA site that we're trying to recruit some industrial business to. to, or a corporate headquarters to. And so that makes us attractive to them. And then that brings jobs to our community and can keep our residents from having to drive outside of Robertson County to work.
I tell you, as I anticipate, as I just sit and watch, I think about, I got to Robertson County in '92. And, and I think about I was talking with a fellow teacher yesterday about being in Nashville since 1983 and the changes in Nashville and the changes here. And it makes my head spin.
Oh, absolutely.
It makes my head spin. I can't imagine what it's like for those who are native here. I mean, are either of you native to this area?
I'm not.
I am.
You are. So
Yes.
you grew up here. So where did you grow up?
In Robertson County. I grew up in White House. So
this is home, 100%.
It is. Yes, it is.
Wow. I bet it's been something for you to see.
It's a huge change, and even just 5 or 10 years ago, the amount of change that's happened is overwhelming sometimes. But change is coming, so you have to embrace it. And you can be negative about it if that's the route you want to go, but you're not going to change that. And so I love it here, and I chose to come back from college and raise my family here. So I understand why people want to be in this community because there's something special about White House specifically, but Robertson and Sumner County too. Just all of the communities that we have, there really is a feel and something special that people want to be a part of. And so who are we to take that from them?
It's so funny that you brought your family, you raised your family back here. So, I mean, that's just so cool. You definitely have that community pride going on.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
For sure. That's really cool. So what was it like whenever you were a kiddo? Did y'all spend much time in Nashville, or did you do everything local?
No, we did.
Nashville
Nashville was, a big deal to go to Nashville for a trip, to go to TPAC or to do something like that. Yeah, so we spent most of our time in Springfield or White House, honestly.
Interesting. I've always found that fascinating when you meet somebody that is a true local, that they didn't spend that much time in Nashville. See, and that's all, I was all over the place. And that's all I really knew, but, I came to Lipscomb. I came to school at Lipscomb. Now, where are you from?
So I was born in Memphis. My parents were missionaries, and so we moved to South Texas when I was 3 or 4 years old and grew up there. And then from there, made my way to college and then settled here. So I've been here over 20 years. So
yeah. See, I got to Nashville in '83, and you mentioned Texas. I worked in Texas and commuted back and forth a little bit. I did not like Texas. Did you like Texas?
There's one season. I mean,
I just don't get everybody's like, Texas. I'm like, yeah, you can keep it. I just don't care for it.
We've got Whataburger now, so I'm good.
Oh, there you go. Once you got the Whataburger, you're like, I'm done.
I don't need Texas anymore.
Don't need Texas anymore. I'm sorry. I'm just teasing. Texas is fine. But, drinking water out of the reservoir, it's nasty.
Right.
I'm sorry. I digress.
Nothing beats Tennessee.
No, it doesn't.
I agree.
Man, we're so blessed. I'm from Kentucky. I'm basically from Mayfield, so it's the same.
Yeah.
Me being here, it's just we're all one and the same. Just got a state line change there, but it's the same type of communities, the same type of environment. It's just, and I'm a farm girl, so I kind of get the whole local thing.
Yeah.
But Nashville the proximity of Nashville to White House and all the different communities just really intrigues me. How it's just blown up here. And we talk about this end of this end of where we live here in adjacent to Nashville. It was the best kept secret for a long time.
Not kind of the final frontier, essentially, from that overspill from Nashville development. But people have found out about Robertson County and Cheatham County. So that they're heading this way, and who can blame them?
Yeah, exactly. So. If you have any questions, be sure and put them up in our comments, and we will share them. We have got our city mayor of White House, John Corbitt's here, and we've got Mandy Christenson. She is the president of the White House Chamber. Let me go ahead and pause, and let's do a break here. And let's talk about Barry and Rebecca Richards with Exit Prime Realty. We were, yesterday I had Sean Elmore and Pastor Gardner in, Robert Gardner in, and just getting the chance to talk to them about, well, especially Sean, because she has worked so much with Barry and Rebecca Richards. We talk about when you love working with businesses that are so tied to the community and they do so much in the community. And they are such an integral part of what goes on at Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center when they put together the presentation. When we have the big fundraiser for Open Door in the spring, Barry is the driving force behind getting that presentation out to show you the work they're doing, because he was a media marketing vice president for 17 years up in Nashville. So when he went full time with real estate, him and his wife both came out of different backgrounds. And she originally kind of dabbled in real estate, then stayed home with the kids. And then once they got to school, and she's like, okay, she was in radiology, but she was going to go back into the workforce. And she's like, I really love real estate. And she decided to go full time. She was looking for a company that would cross every T and dot every I that she needed. And that was Exit. And she was with the Garden Gate team for many, many years. And she brought Barry over, and he went full time, left his media marketing job, and went full time with real estate. And they opened Exit Prime Realty, which is just the same great company, just another branch in the Exit tree. He is the broker here locally in Springfield. She has her agency office up in White House. And together they bring you Exit Prime Realty, anything that you need in the real estate community, guys. Buying, selling, you just want to know what the market's looking like. Maybe you want a free market analysis on your property. They can do that. They can help you find out how much you qualify for. They are Robertson Countyans, Cross Plainians. They've been there for 30 years. They specialize in Robertson County properties, but also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. You can call them. Call Rebecca, 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. You can find them with a quick Google search, Barry or Rebecca Richards, Exit Prime Realty. You'll find unique web pages, unique social media pages, and just follow them, reach out to them, tell them what zip code you're wanting to move to. They'll send you the listings that they get. Great folks. Just be sure and when you reach out, let them know U-Turn sent you. All right, back to it here. She's a White House business up there.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she has her agency office up there.
Yeah.
So,
and Barry is also another one of his skills is beekeeping. And so, if we have people call and need bees removed, because a lot of times they'll move into your home, especially in the spring, Barry is one of our resources that we will give out for those folks.
he's the superhero bee man.
Yes,
But that's another thing. They do have a lot of diverse talents.
Yeah.
They're really funny.
Got
They're
their
so much fun.
Towing a lot.
They really do. But another one of your White House businesses, they've got their offices with her there. So just so many wonderful things going on up there. What are we missing now? Okay, so we've got the things that you are excited about and the things that are coming up. But you've got the big event this weekend.
Jingle and Mingle around
Jingle and
town,
Mingle.
and that's Saturday, November 8th.
Are y'all having a Christmas parade?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
I already knew you were. But I thought,
We're
that's
having
the
a
question.
Christmas parade on the same day as every other community in Middle Tennessee, I think. So.
Yeah.
Y'all
well-
staggered started them at least.
We did,
So you
yeah.
can
We
switch
did.
them all.
Yeah, and it just Mandy does such a great job with those every year. It gets bigger and bigger every year. Hand out tons of candy. It's
yeah.
great. The turnout is always phenomenal. People are lined up
Yeah.
for a couple of miles down the road.
A couple of years ago, we had to change our route because the tail was meeting the end, and we had a little bit of a problem. So now the mayor gets to walk a good mile and a half.
Oh, I
or
do.
So,
Yep.
and it gets all his steps in when he's in that parade. So our parade is Saturday, December 6th at 3:00.
Okay.
And this year we have Deck the Decades. So it's going to be really fun. I think we'll see a lot of floats with some themes and things. So we're excited about that. And then right after the parade, we have our Christmas on Main Street and our Christmas tree lighting. And we'll have students from White House High School and Heritage High School. Their choirs will come and perform, and we'll flip the giant switch for the Christmas tree. And so it's a very hallmark moment in White House
right?
is what we go for.
Elvis is going to be there, I hear, right?
Yes, yeah. Elvis is going to be the Grand Marshal for us. So lots of exciting things happening.
That's fun. He's getting on up there. He's
Yeah.
getting on. Is it a
Yes.
young Elvis or an old Elvis? That's what
I think he's a 70s Elvis. You know,
Okay.
I think he's a.
it's always fun.
Yeah.
I have a cousin of mine. She's the Elvis artist for the Graceland. I mean,
Oh, wow.
She's the person that does the paintings and all that. She does all kinds of stuff for them, and that's her specialty is Elvis. And so
Nice,
yeah.
yeah.
So I know a lot about Elvis.
I
because of
bet.
Daddy.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, that's great. And her daughter, you mentioned Elvis. Her daughter is the one who she's a designer. She's a dresses people in
Okay.
entertainment. She is the one who restored all of Elvis's costumes.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
Isn't that cool?
That is very
Isn't
cool.
that cool? So yeah, if you go to Graceland, we're proud of our family.
Well,
we're so
sure.
proud of our cousins. But you mentioned Elvis, but yeah, we know a lot about Elvis because of our cousins. But we've heard a lot about him.
Well, so I want to invite any of your listeners, and especially Springfield, because I think the Springfield Christmas Parade is later in the evening on that Saturday. So you have the opportunity to enter your float or into our parade.
Okay.
And then as soon as you finish the parade, instead of turning into the park, just head down 76 to Springfield to line up for the Springfield Parade, because parades are lots of fun and they build lots of morale within your business too. So it's a great marketing opportunity for all of our small businesses. So in our parade or in any of the parades in Robertson County, I would encourage you to put something in and represent your business and build that morale with your team. And, not everybody can say they've been in a parade. So it's a fun opportunity, and it's just a lot of Christmas spirit happening. So join us in White House. I think Cross Plains is earlier that morning, so you really probably could do the circuit.
Do 'em all.
Hit Cross Plains and White House and Springfield,
You have a passport for those, Mandy?
No, but I could do that.
That'd be great. But seriously, we've done a lot with radio and stuff. We did a lot of parades, and then my affiliation with the Republican Party, I did a few parades and things like that. So they're a lot of fun. They're just a lot of fun. And one of the wildest things we ever did, we had a Saint Bernard, and we took on a parade in Nashville with the radio station. And I remember we had this sleigh we were sitting in. And they had it on like a trailer, and they were trailering it. And Phil Valentine and his wife Susan and me and my husband Mark and my dog. I don't think he ever forgave me for that. It was like everybody loved it because
Sure.
it was funny.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
big old Saint Bernard like Beethoven. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Everybody just loved it, but Phil's like, "Why'd you bring that?" He was not happy. But anyway, I'm sorry. As soon as you mentioned parade, I just kind of flashed back.
Right.
One of my favorite parade memories. But
And there'll probably be a lot of candidates in the parades this year because it is a political season, and so those candidates take that opportunity. They realize the value in being seen in parades. So I expect to see a lot of our friends that are running for office.
That'll be post because we've got the special election on the 2nd of December.
Yes.
So that will be after our representative election, which is half of Robertson County
Right.
and half not.
Yep.
Yes.
Half of y'all are with John Rose, and then half will be with whoever wins the special election.
Yes.
Since Mark Green has stepped down, Representative Mark Green has stepped down. So that'll be after that. So what other elections do we have coming up then?
Well, we have all of our county elections next year. So, primaries are coming in May. I mean, and
so they'll be out.
Yes.
Yeah, for
really
sure.
quickly.
Because that's when you said that, I was like, what have we got? I mean, I don't pay much attention to politics anymore.
Yes.
Unless it's my responsibility, then I do. If
Right.
it's something I'm supposed to
Yes.
vote for, I
Yeah.
pay very close attention. But beyond that, I'm like, I don't know.
Yes.
But anyway, well, what are we missing, guys? We've still got plenty of time here. What else do we need to talk about?
Do you
What
want
do
to
we
talk
need
about
cover?
some of the new businesses that have opened?
I'm not sure what you've already.
Well,
talked about.
we haven't.
We were just saying hi. We didn't
Oh,
cover
okay.
anything. It takes me 10 minutes to say hello.
Well, and Mandy does a phenomenal job recruiting and trying to be intentional with attracting, businesses. The ER, I think, was a big, she was a part of that.
Good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's vital.
Women's health. I mean, things like that the White House doesn't have.
Yes.
We try to be very intentional. And I know people get frustrated sometimes. It's like, oh my God, another McDonald's. And I think some people, not all, but don't understand the process. If you've got property that's zoned a certain way, a business has the right to come and open it. And there's really not a whole lot you can do as a city to say, sorry, we don't feel like we need a second whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's a capitalist society.
It is,
and that's
Thank
what,
you.
as it should
that's
be.
what
And I
we
like
want.
it.
That's
And I
right.
think most of us like it that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
but it is hard to understand because I think a lot of people think that we send a personal invitation
That's
out
right.
to a restaurant or a business and say, "Oh, we'd like to invite you to come to White House," which we do. But they don't always accept, and we don't have control over who accepts or who doesn't accept.
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
but she is very intentional, I think, in what she does and trying to attract things that we're missing.
And we spend a lot of time, economic development, and you'll hear people in that world say that it is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And a lot of times you are working with a company or a developer for 2, 3, or 4 or 5 years even before something actually happens in your community. So, I know Dairy Queen happened right a couple years after I started at the chamber, and they had been working with Dairy Queen for several years to get them to come to White House. And so, and the same thing with Longhorns. We have them. They just announced and it went through the Planning Commission that they'll be
exciting.
opening.
That's
Yes, but it's been a couple of years at least that we've been having these conversations. So we spend a lot of time looking at leakage. That's revenue that's being spent outside of our community. So we know that home improvement stores are really needed in White House, and sporting goods stores are needed. We need a pet store. We have Tractor Supply and a local business, T&T Feed and Supply, and they meet a lot of those needs. But we could use a true pet store because we can see that money is leaving White House. The same with furniture stores, women's clothing. So there's a lot of leakage that's happening in White House. Slowly, we're starting to get that back, but like I said, it's intentional, and we have to build and work towards that. And then, of course, we have a limited amount of space. We don't have a lot of open commercial space to offer these folks, and even our land is limited too. So, I get really upset sometimes when I hear about a business that's looking at a parcel that is not what I want, but there's nothing I can do about it, And so, but we work hard to try to steer the ship when we can.
Well, it's like, how long did it take y'all to get Publix?
Oh, years, probably 10 or 15 years, if not longer.
They tied up property at least 3 times in White House and just said, sorry, not ready yet.
Yeah.
So it's a long process.
Yeah, that's just it.
That Kroger store that we're opening tomorrow in Clarksville, I started working on that in 2010.
Seriously, wow.
So it like she said, it's a marathon.
Very much so. So, and I'm sorry, I forgot that we got a Kroger guy here, and I mentioned Publix.
Oh, that's all right.
It's like, but you are, since you're mayor, so you got to.
Well, we're really shooting to get an Aldi, so
Well, and I'll tell you what, just I think sometimes the synergy, even though they're competitors, I know the Kroger store hasn't missed a beat. So there's enough there for everybody.
It's because you either are a Kroger person or you're whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's just you. You are what you are, and and I just have certain things I have to go to Kroger for.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, and competition is a good driver for business. It's important. If you have a business that doesn't have competition, they don't have to try that hard. They don't have to work on customer service. They don't have to keep their stores shelves stocked. But if you've got competition, then you're making each other better, and you're giving more opportunities for people to shop in your community.
One thing, Kroger, sour cream angel food cake. Only once. That's the only place to get a sour cream angel food cake. I'm just saying. I'm serious.
I think a lot of those are actually made up in Bowling Green.
I am a huge fan of your sour cream angel food cake, and I've tried others. No,
Nothing compared.
No, I have to have them, and the only place I can get them is Kroger.
Right.
Period. And I'm just saying, it's just phenomenal. My birthday's coming up.
And your anniversary.
And my anniversary is tomorrow. Okay. So it's like if that is my favorite cake.
Okay.
Hands down. They are so good. Now I won't be able to find them.
We'll have to bring
one.
Yeah, we'll have to bring one.
I'm telling you. They're the best. But that's what I'm saying though. You have things that are just, and that's been something that, and my mother too, she loved them, and she's like, go to Kroger and get me a sour cream angel food cake. And we have to have them at Christmas. We have to have them during the holidays because they're just so unique and so good. But anyway, I digress. So, can I ask you about something?
Sure.
What does your shirt mean? Not
college. So this is the Naval Academy logo. And so that's kind of their thing is it's college, but it's not college because you're waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and you're running 5 miles before you eat breakfast and then go to class and then you're running again after. So it's a whole different experience. So my youngest son's at the Naval Academy now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah,
I knew. Anytime I see a really unique thing like that, I'm like, you're wearing it for a reason. You're proud of something there. What
it was
is
cold
that?
this morning, so.
But that's so cool.
Yeah, no.
And your son's at the Naval Academy.
Yeah, it's his first year there.
That's
so
phenomenal.
We're excited for him.
I know you are. Fantastic. Congratulations. I had a cousin that went to the Air Force Academy.
Okay.
And so I got to hear vicariously through him.
Yeah.
And it's not college. You work your tail off, man.
Yeah.
And
they just had a deal Saturday called Ice Trials, and they wake them up at 4 a.m. on Saturday, and it goes from 4 till noon. It's running obstacle courses and just a whole day of nonstop. So yeah, it's fun. Fun.
Right?
Yeah.
Not college.
Yeah, definitely not college.
What? I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole. What's his plans?
I mean, right now he
his
wants
desire?
to fly. So we'll see. I mean, I think the first summer they send him to a ship for 3 weeks, and then a submarine 3 weeks, and then an aviation field for 3 weeks. And so it kind of exposes them to
All of it.
yeah, because you think you know what you want to do, and it's like college. And it is kind of like college, and you say, wait a minute, I kind of like this better. So right now he wants to fly.
Yeah, my cousin flew. He
Okay.
was in Air Force Academy, of course. He
Sure.
flew big bombers. Yeah, big ones.
Fun.
And at least I think that's right. He's my age, and we're old now, and he's retired, and he's doing something else now. But nonetheless. But yeah, we were super. I mean, anybody that can make it into one of our military academies, God bless you. Way to go!
Absolutely.
The work, the dedication it takes to get to that
Well,
place.
just even apply.
It's incredible.
It's insane.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
Thanks.
Very cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I knew there had to be a story behind that shirt. That's cool. That's cool. So what are we missing, guys?
We have more stuff coming.
Yeah, we've got a lot of things coming. We just had talk about local businesses first. So
Okay.
Boom Boom Hue is a new restaurant that opened.
Boom Boom Hue.
yeah,
What is that?
It is a barbecue restaurant,
Okay.
and it is opened over on Maiden Lane. It's right off of Hester Drive near Cracker Barrel. So that's been open for maybe a month or not quite a month. I think October 14th. We've got a new boutique that's opened, Wicks Avenue. We've got a new conglomeration of shops called the Shops at 1929, and they've got some crafters and some makers and things like that. So that's some of our small businesses that have opened recently. And then we've got some franchises that are open. We've got a custard company coming, Witt's Frozen Custard. They've got some locations in Williamson County right now, so we're excited.
I saw Wits, and when I first saw the sign, I thought it was another barbecue place.
Right, it's
No,
spelled differently
it is a little
to
different.
help people,
Okay.
but yeah. So not another barbecue, just the one barbecue,
How's
and then
it
ice
spelled?
cream. It's WITT.
Yeah, no H.
Yeah, no
Okay.
H. Yes,
Okay, I
yeah.
got you.
Yeah, and then we've had some talk on our hip pages. Everybody loves a hip page that's in the public eye. But Seven Brew is coming behind our Hardee's, and so they bring the Seven Brew in that is pieced in, and so they've got a really unique arch on the top of their building, and so we had a lot of conversation about that. But that will be opening soon, so we'll have another coffee restaurant. And then our Kentucky Fried Chicken is switching over to a Chipotle, and they are supposed to begin construction on that, I think, November 17th or 19th. So in just a couple weeks, they'll start working on that. We've got a Wawa that will be.
What is a Wawa?
It's a convenience store, East Coast company, and they're famous for their sandwiches. I think is from
Oh,
what I
Yeah,
understand.
I think they're like
So-
the baby sister to Buc-ee's. They're not quite
Don't
that.
say Buc-ee's.
they're not quite that,
But no,
but they have a big following with people that are in their community, and I think they have even almost like a cafeteria style food that they'll serve. But they're going west of the interstate, so a little bit closer to our friends in Springfield. But that they're moving dirt for that right now, and probably the end of 26 or early 27 would be a good guess.
Yeah, that was the old
completion.
Days Inn location that we were really happy to
Yeah.
oh
finally get rid of. So
Yeah.
it's an improvement.
Yeah, we've got an old location here in town that was an old hotel that hasn't anything happened with, and I know all of us would love to see something good come in there.
For sure.
But yeah, you have those. I don't know, what is it about the old hotel locations? Trying to find something to replace that.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure. I know exactly what you're talking about. That'll be great. That'd be great. It's kind of like talking about the Wawa, QT.
Mhm.
I didn't know what QT was forever, but I knew it in Texas because when I was commuting back and forth to Texas for a couple of years, I loved QT. And then they came here, and I was kind of like you with Whataburger. QT's
Yeah.
coming down, because
Yeah.
I loved QT
Right.
when I was on the road to Texas all the time.
And all the folks that have moved into White House that are from New York or wherever, they're very familiar and seem to be excited about Wawa.
Yeah, I think
coming.
they've got a really
Oh,
big
that's fun.
presence up in Canada as well.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've already talked about Casey's, but
I have not talked about Casey's or the new McDonald's.
Okay.
If you want to hit that.
so that's what I said when they first. They've got some in Bowling Green. I know they bought out some of the smaller pilot stores in East Tennessee, so they're in Knoxville. But it's a Midwest-based. If you ask them, they'll say they're not a convenience store. They do have gas pumps. I think there's 4 pumps, but they specialize in pizza. And so I've heard from people that that moved from the Midwest that said it is the best, especially the breakfast pizza. So we'll
Really?
see. The convenience store and pizza doesn't.
Yeah.
exactly hit me, but maybe it's good. So we're excited, and we'll certainly give them a try.
Casey's, okay.
So they're
Yeah, and they're going in the complex with the ER development. So on the corner of 31W and Raymond Hirsch Parkway, we'll have the freestanding ER from TriStar. We'll have Casey's. We'll also have a new McDonald's. Our McDonald's at one time was the busiest McDonald's in the state and may still be.
it's right off the interstate. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I've been in there many times.
Yeah.
Many
And then
times.
in addition to that, we've got a liquor store that's coming as well. And then we'll have a few other shops that have yet to be determined.
Yep.
And you mentioned Casey's. I'm not sure we don't have Casey's in Paducah.
You might.
I believe that you do.
Yeah.
Because that's actually when you mentioned pizza, and I was like, oh, that's where Mother used to have me stop. Because our farm is on the 45 highway between Mayfield and Paducah.
Okay.
We're on the Mayfield side. Mayfield's our county seat where I grew up. But I would come off 24 and then go down 45 highway, and I'm pretty sure there's a Casey's there in Lone Oak where Mother would have me stop and get pizza. And so, okay, my mother's loved it
So
too.
she liked it. Okay.
So yeah, so I think that's Casey's right there. My brother will be messaging me later. Yes, LaVern. Yes, you don't know anything about your hometown, but yes,
It
you
is.
know, he'll be chastising me because I forget because I haven't been gone so long.
Right.
But I think we have a Casey's there, so that'll be interesting. Okay.
Part of that development also is Christian Brothers Automotive. It's kind of on the other side of the street of Raymond
Okay.
Hirsch, behind the Dollar General. But that's I know our local guys in town are super busy, and so it's definitely a need in
There's
White
gonna be
House.
a lot going on. My goodness, y'all got a lot coming.
Yeah.
I love it. I got to give you a shout out too from Paul Rainey, my bestest buddy on radio here for sure. He's a dear friend of mine. Gets on here every morning, and he's got to give a shout out to Kroger for your gas points.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you're right, Paul. You're right, Paul. And
Love the
because
gas
I mean,
points.
you get those gas points, man. And you're like, oh,
Makes
I'm
it-
getting it for that,
Right.
And you're like, fill me up.
Yeah.
Do you want to use it? Yes.
Oh, I see people pull in the pump, sometimes two cars,
Sure,
a family,
yeah.
and the first one fills up, and then before they hang up the hose, the second one pulls up. You got to
That's smart.
take
Especially if
advantage
you
of
have teenagers, you
Yes,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
come on, we've got the points. Let's
Right.
go. We're going to go
get it.
fill up the cars. That's hysterical. I love that. But yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, Paul. Those gas points, man, we love that game.
For sure.
That's fun. But I mean, this is so exciting, all the things y'all have got going on in White House. I mean,
Yeah.
so many cool stuff, so many cool things coming in.
Yeah, infrastructure work. I don't know if you've talked about that.
I have not.
Or if Jerry's mentioned it before, but I'll
Yeah.
kind of hit some of it again. We finished up the signal at Pleasant Grove Road in 76, which is huge. Needed to happen years ago. Should have happened years ago, but we got that done. Sage Road widening, the last phase of that is wrapping up. Should be done in the next couple weeks. And then a traffic signal at Marlin Road and 31W. If anybody's ever tried to turn left out of it, you sit there forever, especially during school hours. So that should be wrapped up, at least the widening part, by the end of December. And I think the signal's on order. It's just, it's back ordered, so it may be spring before we get the signal actually put up. But and then Callista Road, we're in the process of kind of engineering that project, and we'll widen Callista Road, at least a section of it. So that was one of the things when I came in, and the new board, we wanted to really hit infrastructure hard. We felt like it was probably behind a little bit, and so we had 5 or 6 major projects that we funded and knocking them out.
Callista Road, some of my dear friends lived there for a very long time, so I spent a lot of time on Callista Road. And when they moved away, I mean, there was a housing project going on like across the street from them, and I was like, oh my goodness, I can't imagine, and I'm sure they're up and running now, but
They are.
it's just such a busy road.
Yep.
10 years ago,
Yep.
and
It
I can't
is.
even imagine what it's like now.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's seen a lot of development over the last few years with even more planned, and so it's really important. And of course, all the things with road projects is they take some time, and the growing pains while it's happening. I know we had a lot of complaints when we were working on Pleasant Grove
Oh,
Road.
I got
We've
roasted.
Hammered.
Right, yes,
Yes.
a lot of complaints about the Marlin Road project. Why is it tying up school traffic? And you need to work on the roads during the daytime, and so it's one of those, if just hold on, it will be worth it situations. And so just give us a little grace and give us a little bit of time. They're working hard on it, and once it's completed, it's going to make that traffic flow so much smoother for everybody.
Yeah, the traffic quarter all the things you're talking about with traffic lights and safety. you just can't even imagine because when you do traffic for so many years, you know the hot spots. And I didn't know as much about White House, but there were some, because we would venture into the White House area if something major was happening in White House, you had to cover it because people would use all those side roads and back roads and secondaries and all the things to get to work. So some of these streets you're mentioning, I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember them well. But so cool. But White House, we're so proud of y'all, and we're so proud that you're partly in Robertson County.
Yes.
We are too.
Wish we had all of you. I'm just saying, because it generates some dollars for our county for sure.
Oh, most of our really busy commercial it's all in Robertson County.
Yeah,
so.
we kind of know that.
Yeah,
but,
about 90%, and all of our hotels are in. So that occupancy tax is nice. Absolutely. So
we love that.
Yeah.
But well, what are we missing? Anything? We've still got a few minutes here. I have another break I need to do. I didn't hear. I was reaching out to Julie because the Bernard's Custom Cuts and Market. They're one of our sponsors. She's busy this morning. They're open Tuesday through Saturday, 7 to 4. You can run by there and get breakfast, get you some lunch there. But I'm waiting to hear from her on what they're working on this week, and I'll fill you in tomorrow. But because she hasn't gotten back with me, because I know she's just running and gunning and busy this morning because the kids are at home.
Yes,
you got kids. So
she's got to take advantage of that labor that she's got here.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
The kids are home this morning, so I'm sure she's super busy. But one thing note too, I'm in my school. It's a G thing. I'm a Greenbrier High School teacher. Teachers and parents conferences. One thing we mentioned. I didn't tell my kids it's another day off. I kind of kept saying it's just a restructured day for parent and teachers conferences. Ours are from noon to 7. Once we're there, we're not leaving. So you can find us. We need to see the parents, guys. You need to come by and see us, talk to us. So when we call you, you're familiar with us. So please come by. I mean, that's one of the hardest things for teachers, especially high school teachers. We'll sit there all day and won't see anybody. And we know you care about what's going on with your kiddos, but that's why we're there until 7 tonight. Come by and see us. We really want to meet you. We really, really do, and we really want to talk to you about your children because we love them. We love them, and we appreciate the fact that you're giving us an opportunity to pour into their lives. So please go to your parent-teacher conferences today. At Greenbrier, you don't need an appointment. Just stop by. We'll be there from noon to 7. So that's my little spiel for the parents to come out and see us.
Yeah.
Don't make us be bored. We won't be bored. Trust me. I've got plenty of things to do, but I would much rather visit with my kiddos' parents.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
And grandparents and guardians and whoever, because we got a lot of families look so different than they did when I was a kiddo. Yeah. And we need to know what's going on with our kids. I mean, if there's a situation going, if you come and talk to us about it, help us to understand your kids better, the ones that you're taking charge of. Foster parents, come talk to us.
Yeah,
We want
it's
to
so
hear.
important to keep that line of communication open so that
Yes,
everybody can be pouring back into these students and helping them succeed. So
help them know we love them.
Yes, I have one more event I want to tell you about.
You got plenty of time.
We have got a new event that we were doing at our museum. Last year we got a stagecoach installation, which is a tourism asset.
So
yes,
cool. I love it.
Is so fun. We had skeletons hanging off of it, but our Christmas tree went up yesterday.
Yay.
I think the skeletons may still be on the stagecoach, but we're working on that because we are getting ready for Christmas. But we're going to have Christmas at the Inn where kids and families can come experience a Pioneer Christmas. And we're going to have Santa at the stagecoach. We've got a professional photographer set up. He'll be doing free photographs at the stagecoach. So your Christmas card can be different than everybody else's because there aren't going to be many Santas at a stagecoach. That is Saturday, November 22nd from 9 a.m. to noon. After they have their photos taken, we'll have some Pioneer crafts. So they'll be making some crafts or the opportunity to make crafts like they did in the Pioneer days. We've got local high schools that will be doing caroling. We're going to have a puppet show and then some snacks and refreshments. So lots of fun. That's a free activity for everybody in the community to come out and enjoy, tour the museum while they're there. But that is November 22nd, Christmas at the Inn, 9 a.m. to noon.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun. I love that.
Yeah, we're excited about it.
I love that. So is your Santa going to be kind of old-timey looking maybe?
Well, I don't know that our Santa is not going to be.
It's hard to wonder how to do Santa.
Yes.
I have a Santa costume I made when my twins were born. It's like 33 years old. But you making those costumes and stuff, how would you vintage it up? I was just sitting here thinking how I could vintage up my Santa costume.
You see a few vintage Santas, but they're few and far between. Our Santa will not be, but
that's okay.
The photo area will be vintage. So
I love it. And I'll tell you, you just kind of put some, you just change to sepia tone or something like that.
Yes.
Look. So very cool. What a fun day. And I love the idea of some crafts from that time period.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Susan, our museum coordinator, she keeps coming in and showing me, what about this craft? What about this craft?
Yeah.
And so, it's all about timing and getting the kids through and being able to do it kind of mass produced so that, you know, you don't have somebody that's sitting at the table for too long. But so we're really excited about that.
That's going to be great. I love it. So much fun going on in White House. And John, you got any parting thoughts here? We're just right here at the end.
Here lately, there's been a lot of chatter, and I think it's important to remember, especially this time of year, but anytime, that there's people less fortunate, and with stuff going on with the government shutdown, and there's people hurting, and so if people out there if they're able to help to share, we've got blessing boxes all over town. I know there've been several citizens that have spearheaded some food donation stuff, and so please help.
Yep, for sure. And what we talked about yesterday, I was telling Mandy when you came in, we had Robert Gardner, who heads up Master's Table and City of Faith Church, and then Sean Elmore with Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center. All the nonprofits are just, circling the wagons and going, what can we do to help? And so that's a good reminder on the way out. There's every community this is just the area. If you're in need, this is where you want to be.
Absolutely.
Because this is the community, this county just pours in, and there's just so much generosity and so much help.
Right.
So
and it's really easy to, add a couple items to your grocery order to fill those blessing boxes or to send to the schools, because there'll be a lot of canned food drives and things like that happening.
Yep.
Get out there and do it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having this. It's been
Thank
fun.
you so much. It's been a lot of fun. You're welcome anytime.
Okay.
First Tuesday, we just bring on. We're gonna have
That's
to.
right.
You're gonna tell Jerry now.
I was gonna say,
John came in.
I'm gonna kick Jerry out now.
There you go.
There you go. Nice to see you.
Nice to
Our
see you
city mayor, John Corbitt, with White House, and Mandy Christenson. She is our president of the White House Chamber. If you're just joining us, go back and listen to it. This is archived on YouTube and, of course, Facebook, as long as they let us have it. But it's always on YouTube. Go and check it out today. Thank you guys for joining us, and hope you'll join us tomorrow. Once again, we're going to be talking to some of the principals here in Robertson County tomorrow. It's first Wednesday, and so we visited with a couple of principals from here in Robertson County. Looking forward to it. Hope you'll join us. And go see your teachers, parents, parent and teachers conferences today around Robertson County. Go and see them. This is 1100 WSGI. God bless. Have a fabulous day.